Okay, just folded up, got that field done. So we have one over there, about 22 acres there. Then we have this little 5-acre field here. We'll go hit that one first. But first, I want to get this GPS set up. I didn't for this field because this GPS is the only one. It doesn't do the circle tracks. And there's another setting I tried using and it did not work. So I just have to drive it in the pivot. But now that we're going to straight field, straight up and down, I'm going to get this set up. So to get it set up, come in here, have a cable. And then come over here. That should stay on, but it doesn't. In there. And then take this. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Figure out where exactly it. Turn it. I might have to put both hands for that. I plugged it into the tractor, plugged it into the GPS. You can see it's loading now. Might take a minute. So this is actually my first year using GPS to rake. We also started using GPS in the baler as well. Right here. That's just saying that it detected another display. So we're going to let this load, and then we have to shut the tractor off and turn it back on again to reload all the computers. So, typically it doesn't take this long to load. I guess it's just because we just turned it on. So, yep, right there. It's just saying it realizes that there's another screen. So, anyways, I'm going to shut this off, turn it back on again, and then everything should be set up. Okay, I shut it off, start it back up again. Both screens are loading. Ooh, that was flickering pretty bad. Right there, we got our GPS. Guides off. So I come over here. Try to do this through my phone. I don't think that's gonna work. There, go to field. Go to my dad. It's gonna be on there. Oh, we haven't actually made points for that little field. We'll have to do that. So you go to new. We'll call this one the 5. Then accept. Next. Then you go into guidance. Straight track. See, they have curves. Circle track doesn't work on this GPS. That's the one we use for pivots. So in the past, we used this GPS in our old swather. We just did this AB curves. And it worked in that, so I thought it would work in this, but apparently going the speeds that we do with the rake, it does not. So for this, now, we're just going to use straight track. See, this is important. Never use the GPS while driving down the road. Now I'm just using these buttons over here. Make a new track. 5. And then when we get into the field, we just use A here to set A, and then it'll bring up a B. You push B, it sets the B point. So Anyways, now that it's all ready to go, we'll head over there. Okay, just got into this next field, got unfolded. So now we'll get moving here. And we this is nice because we have corrugates to kind of help. I have that wheel over there and a corrugate. So then we come over here, push the A, and now it's recording. And then we just drive up here. And I'm just going to stop. You don't have to stop, but I'm going to. A little bit. Then push B. And then it's all ready. You have to push A to turn on the auto guidance. And then come up here. And then raise up the rake. Swing out wide. This is kind of difficult with one hand. There we go. Oh, there's a hole right there. This field, I hate it because of holes. So it's a little bit off. I haven't figured out the actual width yet. It's just under 30 feet. A lot of times you have to center it on one end, and then you can go to the other end, turn around, and it works just fine. And then you get back to that end again, you have to recenter it. So I don't know if that means it needs an offset or something, but I don't know. It's not that important to me, so I'll just push the center button. That's probably way easier. And I might have to put the phone down. Didn't get it set down quick enough. So, anyways, there we go. And see, the GPS is on. It lined up pretty straight. So, anyways, I'm not going to do much videoing in this field. I need to be watching for holes so that I don't break something. Okay, just finished the field. So when we get done, come over here. This is the controller for the rake. All that has to be done first is turn on the hydraulics right here. Just click it back and then it turns them on. And then here, these three are up and down. This raises and lowers both. And then this one raises and lowers the left side, and then this one is just the right side. So you can raise them up and down individually as well. So we're going to raise them up. And then you come over here, these two top ones, move them in. Turns those in. Then we have to be moving for the last one. Get moving a little bit here. Then these bottom ones, so I can do this without steering, brings those in for transport. Steer a little bit there. And now, just come over here, shut the hydraulics off. And we'll head to the next field. Okay, we're moving right along. I've done about half of that. And then I got half over here. So, I might be just over halfway actually. So, I got my GPS set up, so tractor's driving itself. Everything's looking good back there. So, yeah, hopefully we'll be done here in another half hour or so. So one thing in this tractor that I'm using, along with the GPS, I have another form of automation, and it's over here, and it's called ITEC. And ITEC allows you to program the tractor to do certain things on its own, just by pushing a button, which is actually this button right here. So there's a 1 and a 2 here, and you have 2 settings up here. Right now you can see that 2 on the top there. That's the setting that I'm using right now, or it's the next one. So you can easily switch back and forth if you push up, come over here. That's number 1. For this rake, they're set up exactly the same, except the slow down speed, or that first speed, is the second one down. That one it slows to 4, that one it slows to 2. So I'm going to use 4 as I come up here to the end. What it's going to do is I'm going to use 2. It slowed the tractor down to 4 miles an hour and turned on my hydraulics so I can lift up the rake. And then as I come up here, I'm going to lower the rake down again, gotta steer, and then it just sped me back up again as well. So the reason I like this is because with this control box, there's a lot that you'd have to do, because as it is now, when you get to the end, you'd have to take this, pull it, bring it back to slow down, turn on the hydraulic right here, and then come up here to raise and lower the rake. Using the ITEC, you can just push this either way. So forward, I do at the top of the field where the corrugates are rougher, because it just slows me down more. And then you click it back at the bottom when it's not, or wherever it's not quite as rough. So that just makes it nice, just to push one button here, and then my hand can go up to the control box. There's a little bit of a hole, but anyways, and all you have, it took a little bit to figure it out at first, but I just had to figure out how to set it up. But now that I know how to set it up, it's really easy, and I think it's totally worth putting in the work to set up. So at first, when I was trying to learn this, when I was trying to set up the first time, I was in here. This is where you set it up at, and so this over here, these are your functions. And then, so like here, the first thing I have it do is turn on the hydraulic, and it's hydraulic number 3. And then this is, what do you want that to do? And I want it to extend. And then over down here, I want it to, it's the tractor speed. And then what do you want it to do? Well, I want it to go to 4 miles an hour. Here, and then here, it's tractor speed again. And well, what do I want it to do? I want it to speed me back up to 7.2 miles an hour. And then last, I want hydraulic number 3 to shut off. And then that's it. And then over here, this is what threw me at first. I thought this was how long it stayed on for, or it did that function for. I don't know, I was confused. But it's actually how far after pushing the button. Oh, see, and this is what I don't like about ITEC. I just push the switch, and sometimes, see, I just put the wheel in that ditch over there. It's nothing big, but that's the one thing with ITEC. You watch carefully. It's not something that you can just, oh, it's gonna do it 100% of the time. If you don't push the switch right, I'm assuming that's what I did wrong. If you don't push it right, you'll end up in the ditch. And that's just a dirt ditch, doesn't matter. But if you had like a cement ditch or something expensive, that can get, you can make a little mistake like that, cost you a lot of money. So, anyways, that going here. Anyways, that's how that works. This is how far after you push the switch. So I have it so it shuts or it turns the hydraulics on 5 feet after I push this. And at the speed I'm going, that's pretty much instantly. And then if it goes a little bit farther and it slows me down, and then the hardest thing is figuring out how far to go so I can turn around all the way before it speeds me back up. So that takes the most time right there. I figured it out. It's about 110 feet, and I can be turned around and straightened out and ready to speed back up again. So, oh, you know what I just realized? I just remembered why. I know now why it didn't work that last time. It cannot be on this screen here. You have to enter, and it has to be like that in order to work. So if you're tweaking things, and if you're in here at this screen, if you want to try it out, you cannot try it on this screen. It has to be set up like this. So, anyways, I'm back at the top again. Oh, here we go. Just finishing up the ends. This last fill, this is the last fill for the day. There's a hole right there, so we're gonna slow down to go through it. And put the last of that stuff in. Take that. And I'm gonna stop, turn on the hydraulics, and raise it up. And bring them in, or turn them. And then, since you have to be moving to bring it in, otherwise it's just going to drag on the dirt. And maybe you break your tire, or knock your tires off the bead, or it could do something not good. So we'll just go like that. Then we'll go forward again. I'm going to go out this gate right here. That's why I'm trying to get in this small area. And there we go. And hydraulics off. That's the pivot filled right there. You can see the pivot, kind of. Maybe you can't see it. Oh no, I can see it. My windows are too dirty. I need to wash this. It's got chemical on it from spraying with it. So, anyways, one other thing that I do is come into the GPS here, and I turn guidance off. Otherwise, as I'm driving up the road, it'll sit there and beep at me because I'm not lined up with the line, even though I don't want to be on the line. So if you shut it off, it just stays quiet. That's nice. So anyways, that's gonna be it for today. And then hopefully this evening we can get in and get all this baled. This doesn't look too heavy. I know if anybody watched the video of me baling the straw, the windrows were about that size or a little bit smaller, and it was super heavy. Well, that's not the case with hay. This is going to be light hay. We'll probably be able to bale it 7 to 8 mile an hour. So hopefully we won't be up super late baling. But anyways, that will be the end of this video, and thanks for watching.